class 7. Today we are going to begin. I hope you all have finished with the exercises. Okay, now today we are going to begin a new chapter, and please turn to page number 64. Page number 64. So you can see chapter number 4, plants life, photosynthesis and respiration. Okay, so these are the two important processes in plants life. As you all can see, there are various varieties of plants and animals. Okay, so all these plants and animals, we require food, we require energy in order to function properly. Okay, you all know that animals, humans, we also need food, but we cannot prepare our own food. We depend upon others for food. So we animals, human beings, we are known as heterotrophs. Okay, and as the green plants, you all know one important feature, different feature, characteristic, okay, which can be compared with the animals or human beings. Okay, so these are the plants that can produce food by themselves by a process called photosynthesis, which we human beings or animals, we cannot do. Okay, so that is why these green plants that prepare their own food, they are known as autotrophs. Okay, so today we are going to study about that, the plant's life. Okay, and the plant's life, they undergo two processes, important process, that is photosynthesis and respiration. Okay, and the features, the factors affecting respiration and photosynthesis, we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, for today's class, we are just going to talk about photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Okay, now, in this process of photosynthesis, green plants, they absorb water from the soil. You all know that. They are attached with the soil. They have root system and the shoot system. So the root system that are present and are attached with the soil, they absorb water from the soil, okay, with the help of their roots. The absorbed water is transported through the roots, okay, to the stem and then to the leaves. It is taken to the leaves where this process occurs. Okay, carbon dioxide from the air, it is also absorbed. It enters into the leaves through the small openings called the pores-like structure, which is known as stomata. Okay, so when all these substances required for the photosynthesis are present in the leaves, a chemical reaction, it takes place there, okay, in the presence of sunlight. Along with that, the leaves, you can see it is green colored. So that is due to the pigment, presence of the pigment known as chlorophyll. So the leaves, it is green in color because it contains a green colored pigment which is known as chlorophyll. Okay, and this is also very, very important for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, the energy from the sunlight is trapped by that chlorophyll pigment of the leaves, okay, which combines with the oxygen that has been absorbed, okay, and with the water to form glucose. In this whole process, oxygen is released as a byproduct. So here you can see the chemical reaction taking place here. Carbon dioxide, when it reacts with water, okay, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, glucose, food is formed and oxygen is also released out. Oxygen is produced as a byproduct. Okay, so the glucose formed by the process of photosynthesis is stored as starch in the leaves and are used by the plants as food, okay, later on. The oxygen released in the air through the stomata is essential for the respiration of all living organisms. We need oxygen. With the help of oxygen only we stay alive. So that oxygen is produced by the leaves or the plants during the process of photosynthesis, and it is liberated out in the air, which we animals, we utilize it. Okay, so as a whole, you can define photosynthesis is a process by which green plants use energy from sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose. Okay, in this process, oxygen gas is released as a byproduct. So this is how you can define what is photosynthesis. Okay, so there's a small activity there in your book. Okay, so in this activity, as you all can see, this activity is to show that the green plants, the green leaves, it contains starch. You came to know how starch is formed. Okay, glucose is produced, and glucose, it is stored in the form of starch for the later use by the plants as food. Okay, now here, in order to show you that the green leaves, it contains starch, there is a small experiment held here. Okay, so for this experiment, we need a green leaf, a beaker, water, alcohol, a tripod stand, test tube, and iodine solution. So you can see there in the picture. Okay, the stand is there, a burner is there, no tripod stand. Okay, alcohol is there, iodine is there. Okay, now first procedure, the step: take a green leaf and boil it in the beaker containing water for 5 minutes to soften it. Then after that, the second step, take the softened leaf in a test tube and pour some alcohol to it. Okay, put the test tube in the beaker containing water and let it heat on the flame for 2 to 3 minutes. Boiling in alcohol, it removes the chlorophyll from the leaf. Okay, so we add alcohol to remove chlorophyll. Then take out the leaf carefully from the test tube and wash it with water. Fourth step, put a few drops of iodine solution on the leaf. You see that the leaf will turn blue-black in color. So this activity tells you that the blue-black color shows that it contains starch. The leaf containing starch. The starch, when we put iodine solution, okay, the starch turns black in color. So that proves that the green leaves contain starch. So with this activity, I think so you came to know that the leaves is also known as the kitchen for the plant because it prepares food. So you should know how is it prepared now. With this, I think so you have understood how the plants prepare food and what is the process termed as, it is known as photosynthesis. Now I hope you can define it yourself. Try defining what is photosynthesis in your own words. Okay, next class we are going to discuss about the factors which affects the process of photosynthesis. Okay, thank you so much. Hope you have understood.